Could you tell me a bit about the history of QD stores and the QD group in general?
Yeah, QD Stores was formed about 26 years ago, and over that time it's gone from one store based in Norwich to about 40 stores trading from the south at Grays in Essex, all the way to Wrexham in the west and across to Beverley in the east. The group's made up of the QD stores, which tend to be high streets and market towns, Cherry Lane garden centres, of which we've recently acquired another 2 and we've now got 8, and Latham's, which is a destination store on the Norfolk Broads. And we also have a brand called Buy Rights that we use for pop-up stores.
I understand that QD has a number of garden centres under the Cherry Lane Garden Centre brand. Are these successful? Do you see this as a growth area for the business?
Well, clearly, as we speak at the moment, the high street is suffering, whereas in garden centres and the use of the grey pound, we're seeing more success. Plus, our formula tends to resonate with consumers, and we're having a pretty good time in garden centres. Albeit, as we speak at the moment, we've had the wettest April on record, and that certainly dampened where we thought we were going to be. But clearly, we've had success with Cherry Lane, and having just acquired stores in Beverley and Milton Keynes, we're keen to expand the Cherry Lane brand further.
There are a lot of discount stores about. What makes QD different?
I think QD is different because we see ourselves as a value retailer, and we're not just about selling food. Food is a very small part of our product mix. What we aim to be is the value retailer of homewares. So anything for the home or garden, that's what we think we can deliver and deliver well to the customer.
You use C&F to provide your EPOS systems. How long have you been doing business with them?
I think we've been dealing with Corby+Fellas for over 20 years. My understanding is that when we first started, we would be with tills that were just with a price gun, and you'd put the price on the top of the product, and that was it as it went through the tills. When the board had the vision to invest in an IT infrastructure, even 20 odd years ago, we chose Corby+Fellas to do our till IT, and you've been doing it for us ever since.
How does the Corby+Fellas Win Retail system help your business? And do you feel that Corby+Fellas offers you good support?
Yes, I do, and I back that up by saying, you know, we have a very loyal supply base. Once you're a supplier to QD, particularly of goods not for resale, we anticipate to have our suppliers for a very long time. And we don't have a large head office cost. We don't have a large number of people at head office. And we expect our suppliers to be a variable cost rather than a fixed cost, and therefore call on them when we need them, but they need to be able to respond quickly. And I think over the years we've seen that Corby+Fellas do that, hence why we have such a trusted relationship with you now.
What would you say the strengths of Corby+Fellas are?
The support they give us and when we need it. You know, this year we trialled a pop-up store, and Corby+Fellas were there sort of guiding us the way as to how to do it when we'd only got a store we were going to trade for 12 weeks. We learned from that experience, and we're now going to use them when we hopefully do half a dozen pop-up stores this Christmas.
Does technology play an important part in your business?
As we've expanded the business, certainly it does. As you know, we've invested in a new system to be able to drive the business forward, and technology in terms of being able to monitor stock levels, make sure we have the right product at the right time, our on-shelf availability, all these things are very important to us and can only be driven with the right technology in place. So yes, clearly technology is going to prove an important part for the business now, but more so in the future.
Do you consider the web as important to QD?
Yes. Currently our web offering is merely a page on our home page that sells about 250 of our best-selling items. For various reasons, until we had the IT infrastructure in place, we thought we couldn't expand that. We now have got that in place. Again, you are hopefully going to help us with some of that learning process. And we are going to be launching a website hopefully around Easter 13 is the plan.
What of the future? Have you plans to expand the company, and are C&F part of these plans?
Well, the future of QD is one of growth. We have always said that we wanted to get to about 50 stores to give us the critical mass that we think we can deliver out of our distribution centre. And clearly, we still want to get to 50. We may need to rebalance the store portfolio in certain areas at some stage in the future, and we want to acquire more garden centres. But the future for QD is still looking at one of growth, but it's growth at the right cost.